When George comes home in a bad mood, can Mary convince him to open up about his problem using empathy? Let's find out. Hey, it's Chris, and welcome back to Empathy in Action. If you're new here and would like to join me on my journey to make life more wonderful, then consider subscribing so we can help each other grow. This month, we're looking at some holiday-related scenes. And if you have any suggestions for such a scene, then leave a comment below, and you might be one of the lucky viewers to get their scene looked at. Also, there's a link to the full scene down below. But if you're all set, let's get into it. First, we'll empathize with what the characters are going through in this scene. So George finds out that Uncle Billy misplaced a large sum of money and returns home where the family is preparing for Christmas.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Everything's all right.
Come on, Pete. You're a big boy. You can get this star up, way up at the top. Isn't it wonderful about Harry? We're famous, George.
So George is probably feeling depressed and scared because he wants to contribute to his family's well-being.
All right, Tom, you're excused. Now go on upstairs and see if little Zuzu wants anything.
Zuzu? Well, what's the matter with Zuzu?
Oh, she's got a cold. She's in bed. Nothing to worry
Is she
about.
running a temperature? What is this?
Just a teensy one. 99.6. She'll be all right.
Why do we have to live here in the first place and stay around this measly, crummy old town?
George, what's wrong?
Wrong, everything's wrong. You call this a happy family? Why do we have to have all these kids?
So George seems upset because he wants some shelter that would be better suited for their well-being.
Where are you going?
Going up to see Zuzu.
Hi, Daddy.
Well, what happened to you?
I want a flower.
We try and get some sleep.
So I'd say he's feeling upset and concerned because he'd like to contribute to her well-being.
Dad, how do you spell hallelujah?
How should I know? What do you think I am, a dictionary? Tommy, stop that, stop it. Janie, haven't you learned that silly tune yet? You play it over and over again. Now stop it, stop it.
So George is most likely furious because he has all of these needs inside of himself and he doesn't know how to get them met. And this leads to this frustration that comes out as him yelling at the kids and kicking things. And because of this, Mary and the children are probably feeling scared because they have needs for emotional well-being, possibly safety, and to understand why George is doing these things.
I'm sorry, Mary. Janie, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. You go on and practice. Pete, I owe you an apology, too. I'm sorry. What do you want to know now?
Nothing, Daddy.
What's the matter with everybody? Janie, go on. I told you to practice. Now go on, play.
Oh, Daddy.
So I'd say George is feeling regretful because he'd really like to contribute to Pete's need for discovery, Tommy's need for play, and Janie's need for growth in her piano skills. Right now, the children seem more focused on their emotional well-being, but George really wants to contribute to their other needs. But when that doesn't happen, he seems to be angry because of his desire to contribute. Specifically, Pete seems to be feeling troubled and nervous because of his emotional well-being, and Janie is probably feeling sad and scared because she has needs for affection and tranquility.
George, why must you torture the children? Why don't you...
Mary.
So I'd say Mary is mad because she has a desire to see George contribute to their children's emotional well-being. And George is most likely feeling regretful again because he'd like to enrich their lives.
Is Daddy in trouble?
Yes, Pete.
Shall I pray for him?
Yes, Janie, pray very hard.
Me too?
You too, Tommy.
So they're probably concerned because they'd like to understand and to see George's well-being taken care of. Next, let's go over the unmet needs I mentioned. For George, they were to contribute to well-being, shelter, to contribute to his children's needs, and to enrich life. To simplify things, I'm putting the unmet needs of Mary and the children together in the same list. So their needs were emotional well-being, safety, to understand, affection, tranquility, to see George contribute to emotional well-being, and to see George's well-being taken care of. And finally, we'll look at what a dialogue might sound like if Mary made a request of George and used empathy to try and connect with him. It looks like something's really bothering you, and I'm concerned. Would you be willing to talk about it? No, nothing's bothering me. I'm all right. Is it you're concerned that I'll feel worried after you tell me what happened? I mean, I certainly don't want you and the children to be worried. Yeah. So you'd like some reassurance that we'll be okay. Is that it? I suppose. Sounds like there's more to it. Is it also that you're worried I'll feel angry about it? Yeah, it's that too. I see. I hear your concern and worry, and while I can't guarantee that I won't feel worried or angry, I'd really like to understand what's going on. If those feelings do come up, I'd like to work through them so we can solve this together. How does that sound? Well, I guess we can try at least. From here, they can discuss what happened with the money and hopefully find a way to get the money back. So, what do you think? Would George have been more willing to talk to Mary if she had approached him with empathy? Let me know below. If you want more empathy, make sure you subscribe, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye.